Alright, since my post last night, I was asked to elaborate on why it's so hard and so difficult to own a monkey. Have y'all got a long time? Because this could take a while. There's so many reasons that I could never sit here and think of the reasons of all of them. But let's just begin.
We can just start documenting them as they happen, and then that way we can remember them all.
No, we're going to remember a lot of them, but anyway. So number one, you can't have pretty much any other job outside of them because they are a 24/7 commitment. And by that, we mean it's not like a dog or a cat that you can put them in the kennel, put them in the fenced yard, leave and go do what you want to go do. Go out to your friend's house, go out to party, dinner, any social events, anything like that. Because they're not like that. If you cage them too much, then it is not going to be a good situation. You're going to have an unhappy, aggressive monkey. This is your job for the next possibly 30, 40, 50 years. We don't know how long they're going to live. I mean, in the wild, they can live 20-something years. But in captivity, they live a much longer life. So, I mean, this is a long-term commitment. So, another thing is, do you want to be changing diapers all day, every day for the rest of your life? Because they have to have their diapers changed every 3 to 4 hours, all day, every day, up until bedtime, from the time you wake up till bedtime. And that's times 8 monkeys for us. So that is another big one. So if you can't, and that's another reason why you can't have a job. So if you can't go places and be back within 2 or 3 hours or something like that, it just ain't gonna work. But even for us, we don't even do that because we feel like it's more harmful to leave them at home than to bring them with us when we go places, because of all the ropes and things that we've got hanging. There's been lots of monkeys accidentally hang themselves. So for us and them, they're more comfortable coming with us because they cry if we try to both leave and get in the vehicle. They have very bad separation anxiety from us. They cannot stand if one of us goes, they're okay. If we both start going to a vehicle without them, they start all crying. It is not a pleasant sight. Another reason it's very hard to do this alone. Obviously, I can do it alone. I've done it several times, but it's not fun doing it alone. So if your significant other is not 100% on board, it's not going to work. You're probably going to get left, or y'all going to get divorced, or you're going to have to get rid of the monkeys. It's going to be an ultimatum. We've known it happen to lots of people. So you have to be on the same page 100%, not 95. It has to be 100, or it ain't going to work. Not only that, you have to be financially able to do it. Not going out and asking everybody else to pay your bills and asking everybody else to fund everything for you. It's your responsibility. You need to fund. If you're wanting to do this, it needs to be your responsibility to take care of these animals and no one else's. It was our decision to take these monkeys and give them a home and try to give them the best life possible. Not y'all, so why would we ask y'all for anything? So we don't. So that's another big thing about it, is just the financial aspect, because it's very expensive to feed them lifelong. It's very expensive to provide them with everything that they need as far as the space. Y'all have seen from the time, there's people that's been on here since we've started when they was little, and how much we just keep expanding their space because they need an unlimited amount of space. Even my dad says, are y'all not finished giving them enough things and doing enough building for them? I'm like, no, you can never have enough space. Like, we could fill our whole property with things for them to do and they would still just go, go, go. Like, they need unlimited space in order to be happy. It has nothing to do with, oh, I just think they have to have everything out there. That's not it at all. Y'all see how excited they get over new things. You have to keep a monkey stimulated all the time or they're not going to be happy. So that is the biggest reason of all the space that they get. We give them the naked time in the day in the trees. We feel like it's really important to give them naked time. We feel like it's really important to give them freedom outside playing in the trees. And not everybody can do that, because if you have neighbors that have dogs, or even just close neighbors, power lines, all that kind of stuff, you can't let your monkey have a normal life outside and a free life outside, because it's just too big of a risk. When you own a monkey, you're living in their world. It's not your world anymore. Everything is on the monkey's terms. If the monkey is up in the air and don't want to come down, you're going to be sitting there if you're wanting it to come down to go somewhere, go to town, or go do something, because it's their terms, not yours. You can't discipline monkeys like you can other things, like you can your child, like you can other animals. It's just a totally different thing in all situations. It's so much stuff that it's just hard to describe everything to you all. But another thing is the abuse that we get. And we say abuse, we laugh about it because it is abuse. But they don't mean it as abuse. They're just playing. But the constant pulling of my hair. I have had my hair, I've lost so much hair, it's unbelievable. I know that's sometimes not important to people, but hair, they are constantly going to be wear and tear on your hair. It's 24/7. At least one monkey is on me all day long, every day, unless I remove myself from their space. That's the only way that you're not going to have a monkey on you in that time period, if I leave the room that they're in. So even while you're trying to relax and sit on the couch like we do, we're sitting there and they'll be sitting there cuddling all cute and sweet, and then all of a sudden Rooster's going to jump up on your head 50 times and pull your glasses, pull your hair. It's just, mentally, it's kind of like really more mental abuse than it is physical abuse, but it's actually both. But again, they don't mean it as abuse. They're just playing. You're part of their jungle at that particular time. You got anything you want to add over there?
I'm driving.
Kevin's keeping quiet. I'm on a rant. Not to mention all the things that they destroy and all the messes that they make. So if you have a sheetrock house, monkeys sometimes pick at your sheetrock and tear your walls up. They don't mind because we don't have sheetrock, but I know other people where the monkeys have actually ate their wall. And are picking at their wall and tearing their walls up. So, I mean, it's just the toys that they hang out. If we had our monkeys still in our living room, we wouldn't have shower faucets, anything, because they would literally rip them from the walls from just swinging and playing on them. They're so heavy, and the constant swinging on them, and you can't say, no, don't go in the shower, because that does not work with a monkey. They're super intelligent, but they just do not have the mentality to not do things that you tell them not to do like that. They are super strong animals, and even with Cricket, when she grips and grabs my hair like she does, it's like they have hooks, and they hook into your hair, and to even be able to pry her little fingers off of my hair is incredibly hard to do without breaking every little piece of my hair out of my head. So, not to mention their strength is just incredible. Even as little bitty as she is unbelievably strong at this time, and that only gets stronger and stronger as they grow. You're gonna get bit. They are moody little creatures sometimes. I told y'all everything looks fun and dandy and all that with us, but sometimes they have little mood swings. For instance, when we changed Rooster's diaper station, when we moved from the kitchen to changing him in the washroom back there, it just kind of freaked him out because they don't like change. So he gave me a little warning, and I thought, well, he'll be okay. He's not going to do anything. And I just kind of tried to push on through it. And he's like, no, you ain't doing this. And he bit me. So we've never been bit. All it done was make a little bruise. So we've never been bit in a bad way thus far, but we may eventually be bit really bad. That's just part of it, and that's the risk that we're willing to take. And when they bite you, they can cause enormous damage. They can crush your bones, they can tear ligaments. If it's really deep, there's lots of puncture wounds, all those stuff. Like I said, none of that has ever happened to us thus far, but that doesn't mean it won't ever happen to us. I'm gonna name one more, and then I'm going to end this video, or else, like I said, I could just go on for hours and hours and hours. But obviously from our videos, it should show most people that it's not the life that you want to live. You can't go on vacations. You can't sit down and have a meal with a monkey. You can't cook around the monkey. You have to lock your refrigerator, lock your drawers if you want to let them run around your house. There's nothing that cannot be locked up or bolted down. Pictures on the wall, things like that. So in the space that I have all that now, they're not in that space. That's why we've given them 5,000 square foot of their own space so that they can romp and run and do all that. You have to enclose your TV. Y'all seen all the things that we've had to do to make a life living with monkeys happy and somewhat normal. And it's still not normal. It's never going to be normal.
Ain't nothing normal around here.
So I know this video and last night's video, I kind of sounded maybe
Like you was on a rant.
a little ill. That's because I probably am. It's just very annoying the amount of people that continue to get monkeys, and you try to tell them everything you can and they just won't listen, and then it ends up going south anyways. So, I mean, it is aggravating, and I know I can't stop them. They're going to do what they're going to do. People are just selfish. And they're going to do it, and then they're going to, I've even had people say, I'll just try it, and then if it don't work out, I'll rehome them. I mean, there's people that have actually said that to me after I've tried to, and I'm like, please don't do that. And they do it anyway. So, I mean, it's just, I could just go on and on, but I won't bore y'all with all this today. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more reason and insight as to why I say it's a very hard life. There's so much more, but that's all I can get to right now. Y'all have a good day.